Welcome to Opinion Journal Live. I'm Dan Henninger. Well, Monday will bring the third and final presidential debate, this one entirely on foreign policy. I myself have a few concerns about whether Mitt Romney is going to be able to step up to the plate on foreign policy, since this is a subject that normally is the purview of sitting presidents. Here to discuss it with me is our foreign affairs columnist, Bret Stephens. Bret, there is a kind of a built-in advantage for a president, and the challenger is going to be constrained a little bit about hitting the president too hard on foreign policy. What do you think Mitt Romney ought to do on this subject with the president?
Bottom line, he needs to do two things. He has to say, contrary to what the president alleges, I'm not a retread of George W. Bush, and here is what a Romney foreign policy would look like, and this is why you can trust it. So it can't just be a critique. I think the Romney campaign may be tempted to just criticize where it can Obama's record on foreign policy. I don't think they're going to get a lot of mileage out of that. And they have to be prepared for the attack that's going to come from Obama that says, you just want to get us into more expensive wars in faraway places that never seem to have any kind of really good resolution. If Romney has strong answers to that, he'll be okay.
Well, let's talk about that, because that is almost surely what President Obama is going to say, because he's been saying it on the campaign stump, and he said it in previous debates. What do you think his answer ought to be on the suggestion that Romney is a saber-rattler and risks war?
Well, I think the best answer is to take a case like Iran and say that, unfortunately, after 4 years with President Obama, we're not farther away from war with Iran. We're actually that much closer. Why is it? Because whatever the president has done, he hasn't communicated the message to the Iranians that they will not be allowed to get nuclear weapons. The Iranians wouldn't be rushing towards the finish line of a nuclear weapon if the president had made that case clear. So the message from Romney ought to be strength, clarity, conviction, and credibility from a Romney administration will prevent war and deter aggression. Weakness by the Obama administration and ambivalence by the Obama administration is inviting the very things we're trying to avoid.
Bret, you mentioned one thing I'd like to talk a little bit more about, the word clarity. I mean, if one talks among foreign policy specialists, what you do get back is, from foreign capitals, is that they interact with the Obama administration or even the president, and they come away not quite understanding what U.S. policy is, which is kind of a...
Well, look, take another case like Afghanistan. You heard Joe Biden very clearly say during his debate with Paul Ryan, come 2014, we are out of there, pal. Out, gone, right. Hasta la vista, okay? Now in May, just this last May, 4 or 5 months ago, President Obama signed a status of forces agreement with President Hamid Karzai of Afghanistan saying, we're opening the door to the continuation of a U.S. presence after 2014. One of the things that Romney ought to put is, well, which one is it? Are you honoring the signature of your status of forces agreement? Or was that just, are you trying to bamboozle the Afghans, or are you trying to bamboozle the Americans? You can't have it both ways.
It's going to be a big weekend of cramming, I suspect, for
I suspect
Governor
it will
Romney.
be.
All right, thanks a lot, Bret.
Cheers.